All right, hello. CheersKevin here. Welcome back to Let's Make a Studio, where we make a studio. This is where we're at so far. I've improved the audio quality, hopefully, by using a decent microphone. Of course, the area is still very reverberant, so who knows how this is actually going to go. But hopefully it'll be a little bit of an improvement. I have found the better camera, not the vlogging camera, but I don't have all of the stuff that goes with it just yet. It's still got to unpack some stuff, so I don't know exactly where that is. But yeah, we're improving in quality. We have two big projects, but before I get into that, actually, real quick, I want to mention this room is not indicative of the rest of our house. My fiance was a little concerned. They're like, yeah, they're gonna think that we're living in a completely unfinished, crazy place. That's not what's happening. In fact, the reason that I'm kind of taking my liberties down here is because we have a very nice rest of the house. This is an area where I can practice assorted DIY stuff so that when it comes to like, hey, we want to paint something or build something or in places where more people are going to see it, maybe I'll have developed some capacity to do that in some sort of way that doesn't look like garbage. Time will tell. But anyway, two big projects that are outstanding. One is to get the flooring in, and the second is to get the walls painted. Now, the flooring is the tougher job. I want to do the walls first because, hey, if any of the paint drips, it's going to drip onto the carpet tacks or onto the baseboards, which I need to sand and stain anyway, or it's going to drop onto the concrete. Concrete needs to be scraped still because there's a little bit of carpet glue that's still stuck from the previous owner. So I've still got to do that before I can lay down underlay. I've got to pull up the carpet tacks and patch all of the holes from the concrete nails and whatnot. So painting is going to be an easier thing to do first. That's the goal of today. I have gone through in the last episode, we went through and we made a model of this room and we laid out the flooring in a vague approximation of what it'll look like. Was able to jump onto Benjamin Moore's site and found that, hey, they have little divs on their pages, to jump into HTML speak, that have the backgrounds for all of their color swatches in RGB values. So I was able to go through and say, hey, I want something that's neutral. We're going with a dark gray in here. The reason for that is if you have something that's particularly tinted, well, then when you try and go to color grade anything, your eyes are going to subtly adjust. And so if there's like undertones of green, then I'm going to assume that what I'm looking at is a little bit magenta, if that makes any sense. Point is, I wanted a relatively neutral color. I was able to go through Benjamin Moore's site and kind of just say, hey, find me paints where the difference between the red, green, and blue values are very, very small. And lo and behold, it worked. I ended up finding gray. So we're going to be painting things gray. All right, now when I say gray, I do mean a pretty dark gray. So we're going to cut in, and moment of truth, we'll see kind of what this is going to look like. So this is the color. It's going to be all the walls in here. I actually don't know entirely what I want to do up here with this little ceiling bit, because it is, we have a cool air return duct running along the kind of spine of the house. I should look at what I'm doing instead of watching the camera. But it does mean that this cuts in a little bit, and I'm not sure, I think I probably just want to paint the whole thing and not kind of treat it as a ceiling, but we will have to see. So I am going to go around and do all of the cutting in here, and we'll see what we end up with. Oh, I dripped a little. But hey, it doesn't matter, because it's concrete that we're going to be covering anyway. Ha! By the way, also, this handy paint pan, I like it. Not a sponsor. I mean, unless they want to pay me after the fact, that'd be nice. All right, so I cut in here. It's very streaky. This is definitely going to require 2 coats. I also think the brush I was using is still a little wet. So when I first started getting in here, it's even more streaky than it was. That's clearing up a little bit. I think I am just going to leave this white for now and just maybe actually go at that with a completely different color. Maybe kind of do both because I guess since this is a wall and this is a ceiling, I don't know if that's even in frame. Let me see if that's in frame. That's not particularly in frame. Yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. It's trying to figure out exactly how to treat this. This is a wall, this is a ceiling. So if I was going strictly conventionally, I guess this would go gray and this would stay white. Or match the acoustic tiles, I don't know. But I was thinking maybe I'd actually just sort of hang a lampshade on it. You know, come up with some sort of actual color, non-neutral color to be this beam. Could be a nice little detail. We'll see. Well, maybe we'll try modeling that or something. Well, that took an embarrassingly long amount of time. I'm not even going to tell you how long that took. I mean, I wasn't being particularly fast. Part of it is I have been doing some other painting in the more civilized areas of the house. So my wrist is crampy. But we finally have the bordering on. So I'll just kind of swivel you around. Got that. I took the caps off of those light fixtures, done the bordering around there, and of course then we've done up here, which is great. So, whoa, sorry about that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the air duct cut in untouched for now and maybe go at it with some sort of detailing color. But all I have to do now is to roll on the first coat. So we're gonna see how that looks. I guess I'll start with that wall because that seems like it's more fun. All right, I had to pause and turn the camera on because this is a chalkboard. I have somehow made a chalkboard. I mean, even the trim seems way more orangey brown now because of this color. Huh. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this now. It definitely feels a lot smaller in here, but I like that. I like that it's cozy. I want the room to feel cozy. I know that kind of the trend in everything is to have these big, tall ceilings and open windows and everything. I like feeling cozy. And that's kind of what I was going for. I'm sure it'll grow on me. This is true of everything. Like, throw stuff out there and I'm going, and then I go, yeah, this is fantastic. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect till there's a second coat on it, and this isn't even dry yet. I'm sure it looks worse on the camera because there's, I'm sure, more glare and stuff. But I've managed to make a chalkboard. All right, it's finally done. I've rolled on stuff. Paint is still wet, but we'll let it dry overnight and then kind of come back at it tomorrow. Ooh, I see a couple of little drippy spots that I'm going to want to fix quick before I leave it alone, but it is very dark in here. This feels a lot smaller. The AC unit just kicked on, so that's something. I like it. It feels cozy. It feels more like my space, which I'm excited about. I can, I guess, spin you around and give you the tour while we're tilted up a little bit. There we go. So yes, we've got that baseboard down there. Yeah, so there's this electric box, and me, the French doors, and yeah. It is interesting because of the brown trim, it does feel like it almost feels like it almost seems a little green, which it's not. It's a very balanced gray. But yeah, I'm happy with this. Gonna, as I said, let things sit and then kind of run with it in the tomorrow. Put on a second coat, which will take a fair bit of time. But yeah. Okay, so it has been the better part of a week, and I pretty much haven't done anything in here. But I did grab old video lighting stuff because, well, now that it's gray everywhere in here, there's a lot less reflected light, which makes sense. I want to replace those bulbs because those are not LEDs. At least, no, I think I did replace. Anyway, but yeah, need to do the second coat, and let's pop this on. You can see, if I turn this around here, well, I'm not quite sure how much you're going to be able to see, but especially up there where the trim, it's patchy. It doesn't look too bad when it's not well lit, but you know, that's the whole point of doing the second coat is yeah, to kind of get the areas where it didn't necessarily sop stuff up. So gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done today, and then hopefully also can pry up the carpet tack boards as well. One thing that I learned from the first day is that knee pads, if you're gonna be painting along the baseboards and stuff on hard concrete, knee pads. So I'm gonna try these out today and hope that improves the experience. We will see. I think I'm not gonna do much updating during this because it's all stuff that we did last time. Just gonna go around, do the ceilings, do the corners, do the trim, and yeah, then roll on another coat. Now this is the Benjamin Moore, not aqua, what is the word? Aura. Benjamin Moore Aura, which is very expensive, but very good paint, and it's supposed to be like you never, ever, ever should need more than 2 rolls, or 2 coats, which honestly, I mean, even with this dark color, it's not too bad. It's just patchy in a couple of places, and it's just because of, you know, the way that it was rolled on. But yeah, we've used this upstairs in the living room and stuff, and it's been great. The transformation between the first coat and the second coat was phenomenal. We didn't need to do any kind of additional work after that, so. Time for me to get to it. Okay, so I actually missed a day. This is a couple days later, but it is dry, and it is looking good. I've got the wall plates back on. There are a couple of spots where it is just little imperfections and stuff. Some of that was the case because the white paint that was on there also had those imperfections. I think for the most part I did a good job of avoiding that sort of problem, but yeah, I'm really liking how this is looking thus far. Of course, so that's a question of kind of white balance, but yeah, this is looking really awesome. Actually, I'm not gonna go too far over in that direction. I am pleased. So with that, we have a floor, or we don't have a floor. We have walls that are in place and ready to go. So that's good news. Next step is going to be, yeah, really tackling this floor. There is a fair bit of carpet glue that I still need to scrape off. I need to get the carpet tack strips off and then patch all of the holes. I think I need to patch all of the holes. If you're laying underlay and then flooring on top of it, does it matter if you patch the hole? I mean, it probably, because I mean, if you were just leaving it as bare concrete, obviously you'd want to patch everything, but anyway, we will have to tackle that in the next video. So, yeah, any lessons to point out? No, haven't learned anything. But yeah, it looks nice, and being able to model the color was very helpful. So high five to that. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.